Hey guys, it's Ethos Gaming back again with a simple video in which I'm going to explain you guys how you can effectively farm the Netherrealm in Torchlight Infinite. Now, as you can see, this is my character right now. I'm level 92, and if you look at the Netherrealm, I have completed till time mark 7. And then I've already killed the Realm Lord, and I can unlock the time mark 8. This time mark 8 unlocks after you kill the Realm boss, the Traveler. And then let me just get back to this one. Okay, so the first thing I think you guys need to understand about this is the trait cards. So what are trait cards? So these cards basically are trait cards. Now, some trait cards have something which is known as inheritance. Now, what inheritance does is this buff is not just going to apply for a single map. This buff is going to apply for a number of maps equal to the number of inheritance points it has. So, let's say, for example, this is 5 inheritance points, right? So this means that if I do this map first and then I do a second map, this inheritance is going to get carried over. Now you can find which inheritances are getting carried over if you just pop on to the corner here. So I think your first aim is to effectively farm the Netherrealm and then complete levels so that you can unlock more of these trait cards. Once you've unlocked more than 10 trait cards, then what you can do is you can actually set the cards which you want to come in each round. So you can choose the trait cards which you want to be available for maps. So that's basically trait cards. Now the inheritance part is quite significant to farm more. So for example, I'm going to give you a simple example, alright? So let's say I'm at Steel Forge and I want to do this map with Desire trait. Now you can see the base effects. Base effects does not get affected by anything, right? But you can see the bonus effects. It says 29% drops. Now what you also need to remember is fate cards reset every 5 turns. So your maximum chaos invasion attempts are 5. Now there are even cards such as, let me just get to the card. There is a card which can enable you to get more of these chaos invasion. So that card is right there. So it gives minus 35% drops, but what it enables you to do is you can combine like 7, 8, 9 trait cards if you have this trait card. And then how to combine them? So simple. First, if you do this map first, you get 29% drops for 5 rounds. So let's say you do this map second, you still have 5. So these buffs are going to add up. Some only have 2 inheritance. So some trait cards in the map only have 2 inheritance. This means after you complete this map and after you complete 2 more, the card is not going to work. So that is basically how this system works. So let me just go back to this one, right? So as you can see, I've already completed 4 maps from the chaos attempts. Chaos attempts basically means you can buff up a map, buff up a zone of a map 5 times. So you will have to combine these trait cards. So as you can see, I've already done this. Valiant. I've completed Valiant trait card. This gives me 5 inheritance and 34 extra group of normal monsters. This gives me 77% drops and 77% drop rarity. And this gives me 12 extra groups of normal monsters. So when I am going to do the next map, see the bonus effects. The legendary monster drops 1 more fossil. This is actually the trait card of the round, right? this trade card, but the other trade card, the 77% drops, the 12 extra group of normal monsters, and 34 extra groups of normal monsters, they all come from this. Okay, so to give you a simple example, I am actually going to run a map. So let's say I'm going to run this map. Let's see which one. Okay, 5 extra rare monsters. So I'm just going to run this map without any buffs. I'm just going to simply run it. Yeah, I'm just going to skip it just quickly. I'm just going to get to the boss so that I can make you guys understand. So my class is actually Divine Shot. I'm using a full physical crit favor build, which I kind of made up myself during the closed beta. This is what I'm trying. Okay, so basically what happens is, oh, I thought the boss was here. Okay, let me just clear this one first. Okay, so here we have the boss. Let me just wreck him. Okay. So now I've completed this stage, right? Now when you go back and open the map, you will understand what I mean. So I've gone back. Okay. Now I'm opening my map. Not this one, sorry. Okay, so as you can see, 1 Chaos Invasion attempts is lessened. So I've used 1 Chaos Invasion attempt. Now this was the card I used, Valiant, which means 5 extra rare monsters in every map with 5 inheritance. So this is applicable for 5 more rounds within this Chaos Invasion attempts. Now let's say I want to do this, 29% drops, right? So the previous buff is also going to carry 5 extra rare monsters. So this is how you use trade cards, how you combine them. So let's say there are like a lot of ways that you can combine these trade cards. So I'm going to give you a simple example, right? So let's say we have a card. Okay, this one. 6 affixed rare gears dropped have 39% chance to become additional flame fuel, right? So 6 affixed rare drops. So let's see. Okay, so look at this. 25% chance for a rare monster to drop 1 more 6 affixed rare gears. So what you can do is, because of this inheritance, you can use the magnanimous trade card first, right? And this buff is going to be inherited by you, which then means that when you use this trade card second, that means you'll have more chance of getting more flame fuel. So that is basically it. Now there's also another thing here called memory, which you can see. Let me just check it. All right, so what memory does is, I just want to open one so that I can give you a clear view of what memory does. Okay, looks like I don't have a single one with memory on it. Let's see. Okay, here. So memory. So this means that this card can take effect multiple times in this stage, right? So what memory does is there's a chance that this card can take effect in multiple times this stage, right? So activating a stage is counted as one time. So this is how basically you use memory and inheritance. Now this card is quite important, so I'm also going to focus on this card right here, which is, just give me a sec. This one, timid. So Chaos Invasion attempt costs is actually reduced. So what you can do is you can use this to complement other inheritance mods and memory mods, and then you can create a map which has like insane amount of drops, insane amount of monsters, and this is the way you can be able to farm more dusts and more flame elementiums quickly. So this is basically what the trade cards do. Okay, so that's it for the video. I hope you guys now have a good idea of what these cards do. Now I'll be creating more content regarding this game, so please stay tuned if you find the video informative. And you can also like and subscribe to the channel, because I'll be creating a lot more of these contents actively now. I've been Ethos Gaming. Take care, bye bye, and have a nice